What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. Money Moves with K. I am K, and today we're going to talk about 5 off-grid Zillow homes for sale that have an affordable mortgage. Now, affordability is subjective, which means that what's affordable to me may not be affordable to you. But my promise in this video is that we're going to try to keep the price under $1,200 a month for a mortgage, okay? Which I know for a fact, because we own properties, that the rental market is not $1,200 or less in most markets across the nation, okay? So without further ado, I have a lot to cover. Let's get started. So the very first property I want to bring to you is probably the one I'm kind of really excited about for a number of reasons. So let's go ahead and get into it. This one is in Walton, New York, and the estimated payment is $903 a month. Now, of course, that depends on how much you're putting down, your credit score, and property taxes, and insurance as well. But for the sake of the video, we're going to look at what Zillow is estimating your monthly payment will be, which is $903. This home is $159,000. Now, you do see that there's 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's 720 square feet. So it's not a big property, okay? So if you have a large family, this might not be for you. But look at this. This has 14 acres of land. 14 acres of land. That alone is worth $159,000 in my opinion. But we don't necessarily know what the land can be used for. Now, if you look, we don't know about zoning. What I mean by that is we don't know about zoning, and we also don't know if that all 14 acres are usable, right? You could have 100 acres, but if most of the acreage is on a mountain, then it might not be usable. So let's not get too excited. Let's look at the details. So some of the details of this property says, and I'll get back to the pictures in just a second, bear with me. It says it has nice mountain views. If somebody wants to get away from people and noise and get off the grid, this is the place for you. All right, so it's on top of a mountain. It's definitely off grid. So let's check out some of the pictures so we can get an idea of what we're getting into here. So this looks to be, let's do this. These are beautiful mountain views. Could you imagine waking up and seeing these views? This is fantastic. My opinion, I think it's fantastic. There are, this is literally in the middle. This is crazy. This is insane. Literally off grid, not just like this is insane. This is insane. All right, so this is the deck. They have a little fire pit. That's cool. All right, so this is the interior of the property. Very nice. So whether you are an investor and you want to purchase this property, maybe to place it on Airbnb, or you are interested yourself in these properties, either way it goes, these are really good, in my opinion, deals. But of course, you always do your due diligence and you select what property is best for you based on your research. Wow, this is really cool. All of these properties kind of remind me of Ryan Trahan's. He's a YouTuber as well. He's going into 50 states over 50 days, and he's staying at different Airbnbs. So a lot of these properties may remind you of some of the properties he stayed at, and I've been a fan of the series as well. So keep that in mind. But very quaint, I should say. It's a smaller property, 700, and I think it's at 20 square feet. Look at how they use, let's see. Did they have a bedroom downstairs? One second, let me go back. Okay, so it looks like they have something downstairs and then 2 beds up here. So they utilize their space is what I'm trying to say. In the event that you have more than one person, living in this space, you can definitely utilize it and live off grid, guys. This is not a bad idea. This appears to be maybe a separate shed, so they can store some of their lawn equipment. Yeah, probably here or here. Not sure if that's, it looks like 2 different sheds, okay? $159,000, guys. Wow. This might be treacherous, potentially getting up and down the mountain. But if this is what you're looking for, this is fantastic, right? And again, this is in New York. So I'll go back so you can look at the address. Click this address into Google. search engine and it'll pull it up for you. If you're interested in it, it's $159,000. Now, it is still for sale at this point of the recording. It's 2025. This is July, right? So this is still for sale, July 2025. I highly doubt it will be for sale for too long. So you might want to act fast after you do your due diligence, of course. I just have a feeling it won't last long. 14 acres. We want to know how many of those acres are usable, especially if you're trying to continue to build on that land. That's very important. It is in the mountains, smack dab in the mountains. But of course, this video is about off-grid living. So if you're watching this, you're interested in that, right? So this is your jam, okay? So that's the first one I wanted to talk about in Walton, New York, with an estimated payment or mortgage of $903. Of course, that's an estimation. It is not all there as far as like taxes, insurance, and everything else you have to pay. All right, moving on. This one is the nicer one of the bunch as far as it looks modern and chic. This one is in Bryson City, North Carolina. So it's $179. Excuse me, not $179, $179,000. And Bryson City, North Carolina says that the mortgage would be $1,078 a month. It sits on 0.7 acres of land. You also want to make sure, you also want to make sure that it doesn't have an HOA, which because it's in the woods and it's secluded, more than likely it won't have an HOA. It will be very hard to, but that is not everywhere. So always make sure you check these stats right here. It just gives you a lot of information. It's 384 square feet. And this is a turnkey cottage in Bryson City. I've been in Bryson City, North Carolina, very nice area. Let's check it out. It's been on the market for 9 days. Again, this is July 2025. I have another good feeling that this won't last long, okay? So you need to jump on it. All right, so this property has a hot tub. Again, if you're an investor and you have the Airbnb mindset, or just in general, a getaway. If you're an investor, you can purchase this as a getaway for yourself. Why not, right? If you just want to go to the mountains and live off grid. Let's click enlarge so we can see these at a bigger angle. This is really nice. My opinion, I love the green on the exterior. I love the new features as far as the deck. The wood looks very new. I'm curious, I'm gonna go back and see how old this property is. They have an AC unit here, a wood stove, and not stove, but the fireplace here. They have a TV, nice couch. Yeah, wood fireplace. That's cool. This is really nice, guys. This is something that this is cool. This is really cool. Little dining area where you can sit. Looks like a little coffee station. It has a Keurig where you make your coffee. And of course, this is a nice refrigerator. I love the touches. I love the backsplash. I love this. I love everything about this particular property. So far, of course. It looks nice. All right. Wow. Wow, this is really, really nice. I love the tile. I love the gold fixtures. That's really, really cool. Gold again. This is how it looks in the wintertime. That's really cool. Now, if this served as an Airbnb in the past, what you want to do as a buyer, if you're interested in putting on Airbnb yourself, you want to get the stats. So you want to see how much they were actually bringing in the event that it was listed on Airbnb in the past. A lot of sellers are more than willing to share the information with you. If you're interested in this just for yourself, I guess you don't need that data. But just a heads up, being in the real estate industry, you do want to know the figures in the event that this property was on Airbnb in the past, and you want to do the same. So that is $1,078 a month, still under our $1,200 threshold. Okay, so that's Bryson City, North Carolina. Next, we have New York again, Camden, New York. So bear with me on this one because I want to kind of break it down just a little bit as to why I even chose this one. So this is a property, $54,900, and they're saying that the estimated payment is $320, okay, a month, which is significantly low. Like, could you imagine? Our first property we ever purchased, our mortgage was $500. That was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's crazy, right? In this economy, in this market, that's very difficult to find, not impossible, but I mean, we purchased that in 2019. So our mortgage was $500. This comes with 4 acres. So the acreage is massive, but the square footage of the home is 196 square feet. So it's very, 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 very tiny, okay? It was built in 2007. And let's check it out real quick and see potentially why it's on my list of properties living off grid. Clearly, it is in the woods, okay? So that's number one. It's in the woods and you are off grid. You don't have the Wi-Fi, you don't have the noise, the people. If this is something that you really want to do for $54,000, again, to me, in my opinion, that could be worth the land alone. But this is like what I envision when I hear off grid is this for sure. This and the first one. I feel like the second property was more like glamping. It's very, very upscale. But this is like rugged, like go down, find your own food, chop down wood, make your fire, etc. So this is really cool too. So this is the interior. It's nothing like the last one. However, it does the job. This is really nice, right? Really, really cool. Have a bed here. This could be used too for folks who enjoy hunting as well, right? You're hunting on your own land, 4 acres. This is in New York. I'm pretty sure you could hunt a lot of things, right? Deer, etc. And yeah, it's very simple. It does the job. You're out in the woods. This is really cool as well. I can't deny that, right? So the acreage is what stands out to me with this particular property. You want to ensure also, let me see the description real quick because I didn't read that. Let me see, go back down. 4 acres of land, a secluded cabin in Florence, New York. Woodland retreat with direct snowmobile trail access. Escape to the great outdoors of the private 4-acre. Wow. Popular snowmobile trail in winter. This property offers year-round recreation in a truly serene setting. Guys, this is really cool. I didn't even think about the snowmobiles. That's interesting. That's really cool. $54,000. Come on, guys. This is insane. I wanted to bring this to you. I have a good feeling, again, that this will not last on Zillow for too long. So make sure you do your due diligence and act accordingly, okay? The next one I want to go over is in Utah. All right, this is $190,000 and the mortgage is $1,100 pretty much, right? So this is 1 acre of land and 884 square feet. So it's a little bit bigger than the previous properties that we've gone over. You want to see if there is an HOA. Let's check out the pictures real quick so we can analyze if this is something that you're interested in or not. So Utah, I've never been to Utah. I would love to go to Utah and check it out. This is a property that seems to be really nice. So let's check it out. Let's see. So this structure is a different type of structure, right? Everything else made sense. This does too because Utah gets a lot of snow, hence the slanted roof. And they were very minimalistic with the materials that they use. Why use more materials than you need to actually build a structure, right? I love structures or like alternative structures like this. Yep, that's my jam too. I love these tiny places. Let's see. Beautiful view. Beautiful view. All right, let's see. Okay. This is cool. Bless the kitchen. Let's see. They have a stove. That's cool. All right. a dining table, living room, some storage up here. This is still downstairs, it looks like. It has a bathroom. Wow. Okay. This is the stairs. I'm assuming they're bedroom spaces up here. Let's check it out. Let's see. Okay. Bedroom upstairs. Another bedroom. So that's two. That's cool. Okay. Looks like folks were grilling out. Wow. This makes me want... I love winter. I love the mountains. I love all of it. This is so peaceful, I should say. That's the word that comes to mind. And being self-sufficient is very important as well. What is this? Let's see. Hopefully, she'll. Yes, go inside. No. I don't know. Maybe it was some type of storage. I don't know. Because they did have a bathroom inside. I don't think it was like an outhouse or anything. But look at this, guys. This is insane. Off-grid, indeed. Okay. So this is, let me go back to the listing. Again, I believe this was $190,000. Yep. And this is in Utah. 884 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. All right. Last but not least, this is a property in Texas, Weatherford, Texas. So $124,900. The mortgage here, $866. Of course, that's an estimation. All right. So this is 400 square feet. They have 7,000 square feet lot. And built in 2021. They say it's Airbnb ready, investors. And this is up to you to decide if that is true or not. And they cut the price $5,000. That lets me know that they are, okay, I got 2 things. That lets me know that they may be willing to actually negotiate a price as well. It's probably been sitting, let's see how long it's been sitting on the market. So you can kind of get in and get a better deal. Where is that? It has this, okay, 68 days on Zillow, roughly a little bit over 2 months. I think you get a better deal than $124,000, in my opinion. I think if you come to the table with a reasonable deal, you probably can get it a lot cheaper than that. And also on the other listings, make sure you look and see how long the property has been listed on the market. That's a good way to tell if you can go in and say, hey, I'll give you, maybe $10,000 or $20,000 or so less than the asking price. That's a way to get in at a really decent price, okay? So this is quaint, Isabel, right? It's small, however, it does the job. I love these blue cabinets. I think it makes everything pop. It feels very retro in here. I love the decor. I wonder, probably in the listing that I didn't check out as far as the details, I wonder if the furniture in any of these is sold with it. That could potentially be something that you can bargain with as well. Say, hey, I'll do 124 as an example with everything included. If you wanted the furniture, not necessarily sure. Okay. This is nice. This is a bathroom. They have some stairs. Bedroom. Nice. Nice view. So it's not closed in. That's important too in these smaller homes. Having windows so you can, get some sunlight. That's highly important. And they have an AC here. Bathroom. Really cool. Okay. So that's that property, guys. That's $124,000. Like I said, I would definitely try to see if you can bargain with them and see if they would accept a lower offer. Not just on that one, but any of the ones that I would discuss today. That's the end of my video, guys. Thank you so very much for making it to this point of the video. If you made it this far in the video, please in the comment section put off grid. It allows me to know you made it this far in the video, and I truly do appreciate you. Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.